The Data Protection Act, 2020, Act of 2020, Arrangement of Sections Part 1, Preliminary 1, Short Title and Commencement, 2, Interpretation and Objects, 3, Application of Act, 4, Information Commissioner, Part 2, Rights of Data Subjects and Others, 5, Interpretation for Part 2, 6, Right of Access to Personal Data, 7, Manner and extent to which information shall be supplied under Section 6, 8, Grounds limiting compliance with request for access, 9, Consent to processing, 10, Consent required for direct marketing, 11. Right to prevent processing, 12, Rights in relation to automated decision-taking, 13, Rectification of inaccuracies, etc., Part 3, Requirements for data controllers, 14, Interpretation for Part 3, 15, Prohibition on processing without registration, 16, Provision of registration particulars, 17, Register, 18, Offences, 19, Assessment by Commissioner required for specified processing, 20, Appointment of Data Protection Officers, Part 4, Standards for processing personal data, 21, Duty of Data Controller to comply with standards, 22, the first standard, 23, Conditions for processing personal data in accordance with the first standard, 24, Conditions for processing sensitive personal data in accordance with the first standard, 25, the second standard, 26, the third standard, 27, the fourth standard, 28, the fifth standard, 29, the sixth standard, 30, the seventh standard, 31, the eighth standard, Part 5, Exemptions to data protection standards or to disclosure to data subject requirements, 32. Interpretation for Part 5, 33, National Security, 34, Law Enforcement, Taxation, Statutory Functions, etc., 35, Regulatory Activity, 36, Journalism, Literature and Art, 37, Research, History and Statistics, 38, Information available to the public by or under any enactment, 39, Disclosures required by law or made in connection with legal proceedings, etc., 40, Parliamentary Privilege, 41, Domestic Purposes, 42, Miscellaneous Exemptions, 43, Power to make further exemptions by order, Part 6, Enforcement, 44, Enforcement Notice, 45, Data Protection Impact Assessment, 46, Requests for Assessment, 47, Assessment Notices, 48, Limitations on Assessment Notices, 49, Information Notices, 50, Determination by Commissioner as to the special purposes, 51, Restriction on enforcement in case of processing for the special purposes, 52, Failure to comply with notice, 53, Rights of appeal, 54, Determination of appeals, 55, Powers of entry and inspection. Part 7, Miscellaneous and General, 56, Reports and guidelines to be laid before Parliament, 57, Data Sharing Code, 58, Effective Data Sharing Code, 59, Assistance by Commissioner in cases involving processing for the special purposes, 60, International Cooperation, 61, Unlawfully obtaining, disclosing, etc., personal data, 62, Power of Commissioner to impose fixed penalty, 63, Prohibition of requirements as to production of certain records, 64, Avoidance of certain contractual terms relating to health records, 65. Disclosure of information, 66, Confidentiality of information, 67, Prosecutions and penalties, 68, Liability of body corporate, directors, etc., 69, Liability for damage, 70, Appeals, 71, Service of notices, 72, Application to Crown, 73, Application to Parliament, 74, Regulations, 75, Amendment of monetary and fixed penalties, 76, Transitional, 77, Review of Act, Schedules. Subscribe to get notification on the remaining content of this Act, that will be posted in subsequent volumes.